Okay, let's take one more example. I have two functions and they both are same, except that this function is called by value and this function is called by reference. Okay, this function is actually taking the parameters by value and this is taking the parameters by reference. Okay, now let's see what's happening. This function is of addition. What's happening is it's taking two variables x and y. It's adding them both right here. So x plus y, and then another thing it's doing is it's changing the value of these two variables x and y, right? And then it's returning the output of the sum right here, the output z. It's returning that it's returning that. So the second function, which is taking parameters through passing through reference, same code is written there too. Two variables are being added and then two variables are being changed. And in the main function, this code is written in the main function. We have three variables x, y, and z. What we are doing is we are calling the function addition and we are passing x and y. So x is 5 and y is 3. Now when this call is being made for this function, what will happen? X is 5 and y is 3. So this x will be 5 and y will be 3. And this line will result in the addition of both these statements and it will return 5 plus 3 equals to 8. So z will be 8. And then I have changed x and I have changed y. The question is, will these values change in the main program or not? So what will be the answer to that? And again, consider this function where if this function call addition is being made to this function, again x plus y, 3 and 5 and 3 are being sent and x plus y will result in 8, so z is 8, and then x and y are changed. X is equals to 2 and y is equals to 3. So will these values change in main now or not? What's the answer? So whatever is the answer, I'm not telling you the answer. It's very obvious, you should know. So whatever is the answer, comment that down below. Let's move on. Okay, one last example. I have a function named duplicate. It's taking three parameters by reference, a, b, and c. And what it's doing is it's multiplying these parameters with 2. So it's actually doubling them. So a multiplied by 2, b multiplied by 2, and c multiplied by 2. This statement, if you expand this statement, it's actually equals to a is equals to a multiplied by 2. So this is the full form of this statement. I think you are familiar with that. So, okay, one more thing. This function, the return type of this function is void. So it's not returning anything. Now let's see what's happening in main. I have a variable x, y, and z, three variables in main, 1, 3, and 7. These three variables are passed to this function duplicate, x, y, and z. Okay, what will be the output? So nothing is being returned. The return type of this function is void. And you can see right here, nothing is being returned, nothing's happening. What will happen? What will be the output of this line, this particular line? What will be the output? What will be actually the value of x, value of y, and value of z? What will be that? So is it 1, 3, and 7? Or is it the double of them? That is, what it should be, 2, 6, and 14. So what should be the value? Think about it. Take a moment and think about it. Will these be 1, 3, and 7, or will they be double? And keep in mind that this is pass by reference, not pass by value. So the original variables are well known in this case. So the answer to this is the result will be 2, 6, and 14. So yeah, that will be the result. And also there is one more thing to be noticed here. And that thing is, 3 values are returned. So are you looking at that? 3 values have been returned. We can only return one thing at a time. In C++, we only return one thing. But by using the property of pass by reference, we have done something really smart. We have returned 3 variables, kind of returned 3 variables. So we have different values. We have changed the values of 3 variables by using a pass by reference. So it's kind of pro of this this pass by reference, but there are pros and cons to everything. What is the con of this particular thing? The original variables are vulnerable. So if you do anything by mistake, or if you don't want to change the original variables, this is something that has to be kept in mind, that original variables will be vulnerable. So maybe it's beneficial in some cases, but in other cases it may not be.